What's up, Nikki?
What's happening?
What's up, Roxy? Hi.
Hey, Neat.
Well, hello. Thank you for saying hi. So, welcome to another episode of Let's Have Cocktails. And of course, you know how we do. Before we jump into things, we have to get it on and popping with the Roxapy. Let me tell y'all, this Roxapy, it tastes good. It look like Kool-Aid, and it's look like
Does look like Kool-Aid.
and it's in like a Kool-Aid picture. It look like a Kool-Aid man. But no, it's really good. So Roxy, go ahead and break out them ingredients.
Okay, today we have brunch punch.
Okay, brunch.
That's what we made today. And we did it in the pitcher style again because, you know, I hate refilling these drinks.
Facts. Facts.
So we started out with a bottle of champagne, 2 cups of black rum, 1 cup of kinky vodka. We also just mixed in a little bit of juice, which was the wild berry punch, the frozen concentrate, and a little bit of water because that concentrate, you know, give you that juice feel.
I got that juice.
Mix it all up, and voila, delicious.
Brunch punch it is. So yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So how y'all doing?
I'm good.
We good.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all are good because today we are discussing LOVE, love.
Oh Lord.
Right. Get everybody in trouble.
Love is patient. Love is kind.
That's what they
It's
say.
supposed to be.
Well, the right love, what God say love is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we're gonna talk about love and the different forms of love, our experiences with love.
Okay, girl.
So what would y'all say? What are some examples of love that you've had in your life? And today, I don't want everybody out there to think that we're just speaking in reference to relationships, because we're talking about love overall with relationships, family, friends,
Mm-hmm.
you know, love for other people's, love thy neighbor, you know.
Yeah.
So what examples of love have you all experienced in your life? Like you think is real love?
TV.
Now I thought she would have said food, to be
Right.
honest.
I was look. You feel me? I thought she would have said that too. But
Oh my
TV,
gosh, I'm
nah.
just kidding. I mean, I do see it on there more so than anywhere, you know.
You ain't lying. Tyler Perry movies.
Y'all funny.
I'm serious.
I say it with my parents.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They've made 38 years. No,
Okay.
37. So yeah,
Wow.
and they still travel together
Wow.
without us. You know, they go on weekend
I
trips.
like that.
They do all that without us.
Without the kids.
Exactly. With my friends, I know for a fact, like, especially like even though the ones you don't talk to every day, but
Right.
you automatically know like if some shit go down, it's good. We straight no matter what. So yeah, with friends as well. Relationships, you know, some of them, not all, but some.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've seen it.
Okay.
I feel like I've seen it in all of my relationships at some point. You know? Family, friends, everywhere. Like, it's all around me.
It's all around me.
It's all around me.
I'd say, well, I mean, I guess then we would have to look into I guess we'll get into that, what does love look like? But as far as like what I feel to be like real, true love, like unconditional love, I would say a couple of family members. what I've experienced. What I've seen, I don't know. I ain't seen too many other relationships, examples of love. One of my closest friends that I call my sister, I would say I've seen it with her and her husband. And I've experienced it on a friendship level.
Yeah.
So I would say that's what it is for me. I mean, I guess, yeah, relationships, maybe, I'm not going to say all. I think at some point it was like a strong like.
Right.
As opposed,
You
like,
see, I said
once you come out
some,
of it,
not all.
Yeah.
Like some, not all.
Because once you come out of it, you realize that wasn't love.
That wasn't love.
Yeah, that wasn't love. But there are a couple of relationships. One that stands out was actually with a guy. We were never like official, but we dealt with each other through high school and some of my college years. Unfortunately, he's passed on, but I mean, we were always good from the first day I met him. Never had an argument. So, and we was always there for each other. So I would say those would be my experiences with what I thought to be love.
Okay, quick question. Do you think that love involves pain sometimes?
Now see, this is a hard question.
That's a loaded question because you got with friends, with somebody you're in a relationship with, like that's what I'm saying. Period.
Well, see, this is what I battle with, is because they say that love is not supposed to be painful, based on what we say that the Bible says. But this is why that statement, and when I've heard it in church, why it didn't make sense to me, is because we hurt God every day. But yet he still loves us, you know what I'm saying? No matter what. Mm. So when people say that love is not pain, I'm like, but we tend to hurt the ones that we love. And if you don't love somebody, you can't hurt them. Because people that you don't have nothing for, you can't hurt them.
Look at that neat trying to preach on Sunday. Because it's Sunday today. All right.
I see you. So I do think that love you can feel pain. I don't think that love itself is painful.
Okay. That's good. I like that.
What about y'all?
It's very look, love can hurt. And when I say that shit can hurt, it can hurt. And I'm talking about friends and like other relationships. Because I done been through it on both sides. Mm-hmm. And it's not fun. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you come out of it, you like, okay, I'm good. But sometimes you do have to go through shit to get to, a good space. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it's like, do you really know that person?
Right.
And so, shit happens. That's what I look at sometimes. Like, shit happens. But don't let shit keep happening.
Well, when it continues to happen, then it's a choice.
It's a choice.
They're making.
Right.
So now you're choosing to hurt me. So you don't know how to love
That's why you
me.
got to be careful with, like, friends, relationships. You got to be careful with that because some people will take advantage of it.
Facts.
True. Very true.
What you got, Roxy? Right. Hey, look, Roxy, what you got?
She like, true. Very true.
I agree.
Look, talking about facts.
With the both of you, I agree.
So how would you all say that you receive love from partners, friends, and family? How do you receive it? Like, how do you take that in?
Well, no, you go first, Roxy, since you.
Well, I took a test on this. Right? No, I read the book, The 5 Love Languages. How do I receive love?
Mm-hmm.
In a relationship, physical touch. I don't really want my friends rubbing on my back and things.
Although that could be a thing. Some people
are very touchy feely with their friends. Me not so much.
Yeah.
No. But
she been drinking. Baby, that pinching.
Oh, man, that does hurt. But I'm not trying to hurt you. Golly. And also, I think my other one was acts of service. So for me, love kind of equates to those little small things that people think about for me. Like, it don't have to be expensive things, but things that take something off of my plate. Like, I might be going through something, somebody come over, cook dinner. Something like that. Like little things that show me, hey, this person was listening to me when I was like, going through something, and they want to take, on something to help me out. I think like that's for me the best way to show me, by listening and doing. Without me having to ask.
Gotcha. I see that.
As far as like family goes with me, in order for me to know like they love me, like it's really just communication. That's all with them. And like, them doing stuff for me without me having to ask. Like that. And also with friends, it's mostly like if I'm going through something, if I can call you and be like, yo, this is what I got going on. Look, I need you to come over, or I need a drink. Like, let's go. And I'm pretty sure Roxy can attest to that. Because there have been times I'm like, yo, I need you to meet me. And she'll be like, okay. So, that's for friends. In relationships, it's mostly like quality time. Like, and physical touch. Like, that's quality time and physical touch goes hand in hand for me. When I took the love language test, I think it was on like 1 point difference for both of those. And because it's really not an acts of service thing for me, because I tend to be like doing stuff all the time. So for my partner, I really don't need much other than like just time and physical touch. I'm straight.
What about you?
I took the test as well. It was surprising because it was a tie between quality time, as far as the top quality time, and words of affirmation. And I had to read more into that because I never, like me myself, I never said that, because I'm like, I thought words of affirmation is just
saying like,
somebody
you look
constantly, compliment.
Like, you look cute today.
But sometimes, after reading into it, I was like, okay, it makes sense, because it means a lot for me to hear the words, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you're just randomly telling me in a text, like when I get up for work and I see you text me that morning, you've already gone to work or something like that. Just reassurance.
Yeah.
I think that is a big thing that I've learned here recently in the past year or so, that I like reassurance, and that's with family, friends, partners. Also knowing that a person loves me for me, like I can truly be myself. Because you cannot be yourself with everybody.
No, you cannot.
Not that made up.
No.
And that's even family and friends. It's like, and so if I feel like I have to monitor my words, my actions, you know what I'm saying, how I move around a person, I don't feel comfortable, and that's not a loving environment for me. So if I can just be completely transparent and myself, that to me shows love. So I would say that those quality time, words of affirmation, reassurance, that's definitely how I receive love. And touch as well, but I think touch is just more related to relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because sometimes I probably have hit up a friend like, look, like, I just need to lay my head on your shoulder. Like, I just need something right now because I'm going through it. I've done that before.
I used to be very touchy-feely, like, with friends.
No, and that's the thing. I'm not a touchy-feely person. Like, with my friends, I'm not. But, like, if I'm going through something, I'm like, yo, I just need to lean my head on somebody's shoulder.
No, I'm saying, like, I really used to be, like, that person. Like, hugging on my friends, laying up under people.
Don't touch me. I mean, like, that's how I used to be. Like, I'm like, don't touch me. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of, like, you know, realized, like, nah, that ain't the way to be, because, like, it's so much shit going on in the world. You don't want to be like that, because you can literally walk up out of here, you know what I'm saying, and something could happen.
Yes.
So you don't want to be that person.
I think I stopped when I started getting hurt a lot by different people that I considered close.
Yeah.
And I felt myself drawing back, like, you know. And this was even by the time I met you, Roxy, because I don't think you would say that I'm a very touchy-feely person.
Not at all.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but I was that way. But it was like so many people did things to where I just kind of shut off. So I was like, that went out the window.
Yeah.
I'm not even touchy-feely in the beginning of my relationships. It's something that I gotta ease into. Like, I'm not touchy-feely until I feel comfortable, and then once I feel comfortable, I gotta know that you're also comfortable with it. So if I'm comfortable, but I don't think that you are, then I won't push myself. I won't push that boundary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to feel that comfort of actually doing it, because, you know, if you reach for somebody's hand and they snatching back, or
that's the last time I'll ever reach for your
know.
hand. I promise you that.
Oh my gosh, I'll be like, wait a minute, what's going on? So yeah, I get that completely.
I've done that in dating, where you go to kiss somebody and, like, they don't want to kiss, and then later on they're like, you never, like, kiss me. I was like, because I tried to kiss you that one time, and but it was
You
like,
can't hold on to that, man.
I'm telling you how mentally how I work. Like,
but you can feel the vibe though. Like when you out with somebody,
no,
you
but
can feel
that's
it.
different.
Like,
but I'm
know,
saying, like, you know, sometimes once you get into a relationship, sometimes your partner just wants you to come up to them, or like if they're doing something, like you just, you know what I'm saying, and
yeah, those from the behind kisses on the neck are just the best.
let me tell you.
Oh,
But
it's like, oh, she loved me so much.
But I don't care who you are. If you pull away from me or reject me one time, my mind and my body just won't let me do it again.
Yeah.
Mine's to let me do it again. That's the problem.
I won't initiate it.
It'll let me do it again, but if it happened again,
it's
then
over.
it's like, ooh. Well, that one, I did feel that the first time. So, okay.
It's not meant to be.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be.
Yeah, I know. I started feeling stuff. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
That's a sign.
This is over.
That's a sign.
I think mine is just mental. Like, I get scarred. Like, once it happens, it's just like, you gonna have to sit me down and have a conversation and be like, look, this is not what it is. And I'm like, you sure? I mean, like, yeah, then we can make different movements. But until we do that, it's like, you reject me, I see rejection forever.
I feel like that's how you can start to tell when, like, I'm not really just into you like that no more. And it could be because we going through some shit. Because if we going through some shit, I don't really want to be bothered. Don't do all that.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, like, all that plays a factor. I'll be like, don't even try it. And I'm the main one in relationships, like, yo, I'm touchy-feely, like, so if I do that shit, and you know, Oh, we got some
They
problems.
know.
We got some
Exactly.
problems.
I think that's one of the main things for everybody. Once you first start feeling some type of way towards somebody, I think that's one of the first things that kind of shut off. Like,
when relationship starts coming to an end, all of that touchy-feely stuff goes away. Everything becomes like robotic. And
My communication goes first. Cause I no, like I would still be like hands on, but my communication will not be the same. I won't talk as much.
I think my physical touch goes first. Cause if I'm
maybe all my shit just turn off at the same time. I want to talk. I want to touch. Just.
Cause if I ain't trying to touch you, I'm definitely not sitting here trying to communicate with you. It's you hit with that. Oh, okay. No, I'm good. You know, everything is short. Like,
right.
At this point, it really don't matter if you tell me you leaving.
Right.
The door. Okay, so we talked about receiving love. What about giving love? How do you see yourself giving love, or has someone ever told you how you give love to them?
I don't think nobody ever told me.
I don't think nobody ever told me, but I feel like I give love how I receive it, and then I think that I need to focus more on how people receive love. Because
that was one thing
I think that because that's what I expect, that's what I give, but I don't think that that's necessarily how they receive love.
And this is true.
So it's really like, wait a minute. So you wouldn't naturally just do that? Or, you know, like, to me, it's like so common sense for people to think that, hey, this is me showing you love or something, when they be like, oh, that was nice, but
that's...
And so I'm like, wait a minute now. I was thinking that was a little bit more sweet than what you making it out to be. Like, so I'm thinking that now I need to focus more on, you know, when you actually have somebody thinking about, you know, okay, so how do you receive love? Because just because that's how I'm used to giving it, don't mean that's what you like per se. Like, acts of service may not be, you might feel like, you know, I just love washing clothes. I don't. I don't. You might think I just love washing dishes. I don't. I don't. But I think that that's taking something off of you. You know, you done been at work all day. I might not have been. And so I'm thinking like, you know, this will help you just be able to come in, relax, this and that. And you just looking at that like, oh.
That's what you should have done.
Shoulda. Went home. You know, so yeah.
But that's learning people's love languages, and that's like you say, anybody that you love and care for, you have to learn their love languages. And I learned that lesson in one of my relationships, because it was just, for the life of me, I just kept saying, I was like, this person, like, and I'm telling her, you can't love me. Because you do this and you don't do this, and then like when we have a conversation without fighting or arguing or yelling, she's like, but I do love you, and I did this and that didn't show you that I love you. And I was like, oh, that's what that was. But it was like, in my mind, if you're not doing the things that I'm saying that I want,
exactly,
you know, or if you're not doing the same things that I'm doing for you,
exactly,
then I feel like, well, you don't love me. And that was something I was like, I had to realize that person was loving me to the best of their ability.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, it wasn't enough for me. And that's another thing that you have to understand about giving love. Sometimes you can love a person, you can give them all the love in the world that you know how to give, and as much as you can give, but if it's not how they receive it, it's just it's pointless.
That's why I said I think it's important to really focus on how people receive love, because just because you over here doing your thing, you think you out here killing it.
You think you're the best sister, friend, partner.
Yeah, but if that's not how they receive it, then it's just like doing stuff in vain, you know?
Because they're not going to recognize
That's not how they receive love. And so you wasting your time, really. Because really, when you communicate with whoever, friend, family, person, you know, your partner, you can communicate with them and tell them, you know, how you receive love. I mean, with family, I don't really particularly see myself sitting down and be like, Mama, look, nah,
right.
You call me one more time, I'm going to take that as harassment and not love.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I'm just saying, like, sometimes you do have to have harsher conversations to where people can understand, okay, well, this is not, to me, love. Like, I'm doing this, you're doing this. I want you to be thinking like this for me, you know.
I just think it's all about, like, paying attention. Because, like, me personally, I like quality time. So, and most of the partners that I've been with, they have a thing for quality time as well. But I'm also, like, a gift giver. So, like, I do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I've never been with anybody that didn't, like, you know, receive and stuff. So, that's never been an issue. But I've been with somebody before, and, you know, like, of course, everybody hates paying bills. Let's say first of the month, rent due. So you already know you ain't in a good mood when you gotta send off that rent check and shit like that. So you know,
you just be sitting there like
exactly, and you know, like your mood is gonna be messed up. So what I would do is I would be like, all right, so I would buy flowers at the beginning of the month because I know you don't like paying your rent, and no offense, but I'm not paying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we together, but like, look, I got rent, I got my own stuff. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2 rents.
Like, I can't pay yours and anyway, I can't pay yours and mine. So, you know what I'm saying? I would buy flowers and do like a date night or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, I know you hate this, but you know, this is what we're gonna do.
Right.
So, you know, it's like to not like I'm taking something away. It's more like, you know, I'm just trying to make you feel a little better about what you had to do today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that type of thing. What else? I tend to express myself with physical touch a lot. Like, you know, I express myself through like intimacy. So that's a thing too for me. But I've had a partner that didn't like, you know, physical touch as much. Like, they weren't like on all the time like I was. So, you know, you have to work around it. So you got to find other little stuff to do. So, you know, it's really important to just pay attention to your partner, just like you said. But as far as like my friends, like, to show them love, you know, when we go out sometimes I might be like, all right, you know, I might pay for it, or I might get around, you know, like I do with y'all. And you know, or like if I know the weather's bad, I might text and be like, yo, where you at? I know you said you was gonna be out today. Yo, it's about to storm, like, where y'all at? Or I'll be like, yo, you at home? Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Just checking in on my people to make sure they good. And especially the ones that stay in different states, you know, if some shit going on, you be like, yo, you straight? Like, that's the way you express love. Well, I express love to my friends, because I don't talk to them every day. Or, like, you know, the ones that's here, like y'all, you know what I'm saying? I hit y'all up, like, y'all straight? Like, the weather getting bad, y'all good? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, to me, that's a form of me saying, like, yo, I love y'all, I just want to make sure y'all straight.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. So, we all kind of fall along the same lines, sort of, on some things as far as giving love. I guess that would go, I guess we kind of answered the next question, where it's like, do you know how you want to be loved? Do y'all think we answered that?
I don't think we answered that, Like, yeah.
So okay, so y'all go first. So let me hear y'all answer, so I'll know how I'm gonna be answering this.
Like I said, for me, in regards to how I would like to be loved, is similar to how I give love.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to those acts of service and things like that. Just being for me to know that I'm on somebody's mind without me having to do something in particular,
Right.
or you know,
like just shoot me a text.
And
Like,
is this
boom,
all
you was
across
on
the
my mind.
board for like your friends, family, and your partner?
like people thinking consciously about not wasting my time or doing something that they know will help me out in a way, not monetary all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, if it's like picking up dry cleaning or something, you know, you on your way in. I'm stopping to pick up something to eat. Do you want something from here? You know, small shit.
Right.
Really small shit, but at the same time, really nice gestures. You know, gestures.
Yeah, it be the little things.
It's the small stuff.
It's the little shit.
It's the little things for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's those little things. I just love that part of it. And so I think that I can't articulate everything
Right.
that I would want to happen to make me feel loved per se. But like I said, those little things and just, it's a feeling. Y'all know how I am about the feeling. Like, it's just a feeling you get because, like those good morning texts and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
you get a good feeling knowing that somebody is up, and the first thing they thought about was you.
I be side-eyeing good morning texts.
Why?
Like, how many you sent out?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm just in a rotation. This is when you dating. So, yeah. But like with your partner, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just kind of like, you made the work, you good? Like, yeah. Like, shit like that. You know, or, me, I'm more of the, like, if I'm sick, if somebody could, like, bring me some medicine and I don't have to go nowhere, or like give me something to eat or something.
I don't get sick enough.
And see, that's the thing. I don't get sick enough.
Well, I'm not asking to
look,
be sick.
Right. Since moving here, I haven't had the issue, but it's like, you know, shit. I'm like, if somebody could do that, then I'm straight. Or make sure everything good while I'm, you know, not feeling as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I needed to go do this. So, all right, well, I'll go do it for you. Because I know you're not feeling well. Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Grocery shopping, cooking. Give me some soup. I want some homemade stuff.
I don't know. I ain't never had nobody go grocery shopping for me. Well, yeah, yes, I have. We're talking about dating, not relationships, right? Oh, we talking about relationships.
We talking about all around.
Shoot, my sister, I might be like, baby, I can't do it this week. I can't.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I need you. I need you to please.
I've had somebody go grocery shopping. But the thing about my house, of course, I don't need a lot of groceries. It's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me. I don't need a lot of groceries.
If I have to ask somebody to go get groceries for me, they know I'm down bad.
Right.
I don't know about
she gonna have.
It's food. It's food. She always gonna have. Look, you go in there and be like, hey, I'm kind of hungry. She's like, well, I can go in the fridge and see what I can put together. Like, I always got something that she can put together.
If I know we meeting up, like if I'm coming over there, I probably will hit Roxy up like long before I leave to see if you need something to eat, because I know if I don't catch you at a certain time, baby, she done ate.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or like coming over here and I'll be like, well, I gotta stop and give me something to eat. I call y'all and be like, y'all good? They be like, oh no, we got food, we good. I'm like, okay. Like, I was just checking because I didn't want to walk in the house with my spicy chicken sandwich. And y'all tell me something, why you ain't call us? Like, yeah.
I don't know. So listening to y'all, so how I want to be loved. Pretty much is like, Roxy, kind of like you were saying, like paying attention. Mm-hmm. Like people that remember the small details.
Oh my gosh.
You know that, and that's just with anybody. You know, like for people like I know Nick don't like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like certain things, or another thing. Like I'll say with friends is respect, and what I mean by that is like. You know what I'm saying? Not because you ever been around people like when I'm around people and they trying to make you the butt of a joke. I don't see friendship with you. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be trying to make jokes about stuff you know that goes on with us or things that you know that have happened to me. Now if it's just me and you, that's a different story. You know when we have our little inside stuff.
Right.
So people that are caring and respectful towards me behind my back.
Look, speak up for me when I'm not in the room.
Exactly.
That's love.
Exactly.
That's a big thing too.
That's a big thing. And especially when you know you got people in your life that you like, oh, I know damn well she ain't said nothing about me. I know. Like you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff like that's how I want to be loved. As far as family, I just want family to be unconditional. Like, stop, not judging, you know, because we didn't choose our family. You know, we were given our family.
That is true.
So,
I didn't choose,
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't choose you niggas.
I didn't choose you. So, obviously, we were put together for a reason. So, we're supposed to love each other no matter what, not passing judgment. It's okay to disappoint one another. But be able to come back around and be like, but at the end of the day, you are my family.
Right.
You know, relationships is so much.
Right.
It's like I say, paying attention to the little things. You know, because sometimes I feel like I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this, but being in a relationship where a person is doing nice things for you, but it ain't nothing that you like. You know,
it's all of what they like.
Doing,
and you be like, bruh.
And it's not even so much of what they like. It's like they're basing stuff on, they're generalizing you. Because you assume that every woman that you date, every woman that you've been with, oh, they love purses. Or they
I don't even like big purses.
They love shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even wear tennis shoes.
That's what I'm saying.
Some 2.0s, my little sandals.
Or you done bought me this you done bought me this shirt, and you just because it's designer, a name brand, you thinking I like it.
And I don't even do design.
I don't even know how to pronounce this. What is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, so paying attention to details, understanding that, and being available. Like, this is something I have learned about myself recently. Is I want to be a priority in someone's life.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, we've been missing that one. That's a
I want to be
I skipped over that one, but you're right.
A priority because, and it never dawned on me until, you know, like here recently, because a lot of times in relationships, and the reason I say that in a relationship is because yes, you are a priority in your family and your friends' lives, but they have significant others. They have family members. They have people that are going to come before you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want to know that I'm a priority in your life. If I call you, you are getting off the phone unless you are in a serious ass conversation. You are at least clicking over to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my calls get picked up.
Ooh,
like, I know the only
only
reason you ain't picking up my call is because I know that you are busy. You have to be doing something to where you can't get to that phone. You know what I'm saying? But it is your business to get back. In a relationship, do not take forever to text me back. It's just
in a relationship. Do not send me the voicemail and don't text me. Because if you're going to send me the voicemail, you better text me and tell me why. Or, like, be like, yo, give me a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do that. Yeah. But don't just send me the voicemail and be like, hold on, bro. Like, don't do that.
So, I definitely better get one from a partner.
That shit irks my nerves.
So, and I had to learn that. And that was something that it hurts when I don't feel. And you will find a shift in our relationship when I don't feel like I'm a priority.
Yeah.
Because you're a priority in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I make it my business to call you. Please call me. I make it my business to let you know what's going on with me. I make it my business to let you know who I'm around, where I'm at. It's not checking in.
Yeah,
It's not. It's just
like,
courtity because you are a
rearranging your
priority
fucking
in my
schedule.
life.
Like, bruh, you said you want to do this and say, okay, well, I got something else planned, but let me see what I can do. So I'm gonna rearrange some shit in order to make sure you straight.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Definitely.
Like that's a
I be
thing.
trying to fit everything.
Like, but that's a thing. Be like, yo, you gotta. It's a balance. You know what I'm saying?
With balancing, like,
well, because of
people being out of
a lot of my relationships have been long distance, so I don't have to prioritize.
But at the same time, there's a certain time they call or stuff like that. So
Right.
you do have to kind of prioritize
because you need to be available.
You got to be available to take that call and sit on that phone. You know what I mean?
But that's much easier compared to what y'all are saying. Trying to,
you
see what I'm saying?
It is way easier.
Time for a call.
Right, I can step away. I can still go somewhere and step away. You know what I'm saying? For y'all, it's like how am I gonna be in two places at one time?
Look, you just gonna have to come with me at this point. You gonna have to come with me, and we gonna have to leave early and go do this. Like you just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, because friends get to thinking, hey, you can't never do nothing by yourself. You can't never go out. You can't never.
I'm like, bro, we going out.
Nah. We're finding that balance. But even in relationships, finding that balance, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I say a priority, I'm not saying like
all the time. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then you do gotta finagle some shit and move it around.
Yeah, once in a while, or just make me aware. Make it a priority to be like, even if you plan on going, just like me, the last time I was in a relationship where we were in the same space, even when I planned on going somewhere, if my friends invited me, I'd be like, I was like, I'm gonna let y'all know. I would still run it by my partner first and then hit them and be like, yeah, I am going. When in my mind, I knew I wanted to go and I had every intention on going, but still I'm running it by my partner.
Yeah, because when you don't run it by them, it's like, oh, like I could have planned something for us and you wouldn't even know because you didn't say anything. And then I'm trying to do some shit and then next thing you know, you talking about you going somewhere else. I'm like, hold on. we something happened. Like we didn't cross something.
Right. So, unless it's just like a serious event that I wanted to go to for someone else, like to celebrate somebody. But I would say that's how I want to be loved. I need to be prioritized, loved unconditionally, And then, as I said before, the reassurance, I need that from everybody.
Yeah, but like, okay, so just to be clear, when we say prioritize, we're not saying stop living your life.
No.
That's not what we're saying.
Not
I just want to make
all.
that clear to the listeners. That's not what we're saying. We're saying like, yo, make room. That's all it is. It's just making space for somebody that you love.
Yes.
And if you can't make the space, then your love might not be that strong.
So, okay, can love be a choice?
I feel like
I feel like it can be.
Yes. I feel like, we decide. Sometimes.
Sometimes
I feel like
it should take over you.
To act on love is a choice.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can't. Because
you can't control
when you get
it.
your heart broken, I'm like, if love was a choice, I would fall out of love.
Right then.
Like,
as soon as my heart get broke, I'm done. Like, but when your heart get broken, you can't turn this shit off. And because you can't turn this shit off, it's like, is it really a choice?
So, but your actions on it. Like, if I know if I can feel like I love this person, but I'm like, this person just is not right for me. So I have to make a choice
to continue to
love them or to choose to love them from a distance. Like, I need to move on. I still love you. I can't turn that off.
Right.
But I'm not going to act on love. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, show you that love anymore because you no longer deserve it.
Well, I guess I'm thinking more so at the beginning phase of like creating
Yeah,
love.
that's what I was thinking.
You know, I feel like that part is a choice because, you know, you get to attach yourself to a person. You have to learn them to actually be in love or love them.
But that's before love.
What?
Because if you're...
those are the things that I could stop before getting to the love part. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's a choice because... If I decide, hey, I don't need I see exes.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Like,
but that ain't crossing out love because if this person just continue to come around, or somehow y'all run into each other, or y'all sitting somewhere and y'all having these conversations, you just like, God damn, I can't get away from you. Like,
okay, that's why I said you have to let them go. Not like a little go. Like, not like we ain't bumping into each other. We're not having those conversations. None of that shit. If you
I agree with Roxy. When it starts with the conversation.
It starts
because if you can literally switch the conversation to certain things, then you won't fall in love. Like you won't get to it.
But the thing is, we all be so damn inquisitive. And,
you want to know all this shit.
Because you already feeling them butterflies.
You already
feeling them effects of love. So now you just like,
look,
I'm going to just teeter-totter on over here.
Because
I already knew. Like,
every damn time.
Because you
do started with those fucking conversations.
It does.
Look
I remember. Okay, you know what? Look.
And you see red flags.
I got one right now. Let me show you how this shit went. Went on a date. It was a late night. It started like maybe 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Shut the restaurant down. Restaurant closed at 2. Alright, restaurant closed. We go to the car, like, alright, we still want to talk. So we sit in the car till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I get on the phone the next day, but my friend's like, bitch. This might be something. Like I said, because I ain't really want to leave. She didn't want to leave. I'm like, if I keep, you know what I'm saying, like going back, doing these dates, I said, bitch, I'm going to fall in love. I'm going to fuck around and fall in love. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it definitely starts that way. A lot of things start that way.
So would you all say that y'all believe in love at first sight?
No.
Maybe it was love at first conversation.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? First conversation, yeah.
No, I'm not falling in love over no. Just looking at you.
Just looking at you, because that can't do nothing for me.
I might be intrigued to have that conversation.
Right.
But I'm not going to be falling.
I think that happened to me once in life.
When you fell in love with somebody?
No lie.
You saw?
The guy that I told y'all about that passed away, like when I tell y'all I was running to class, I was in high school, I was running to class because I was late. And
typical. Look, late. Typical.
Right.
But that was on purpose because I wanted to be at the lit lunch. I had the boring lunch. But so I'm running back to class and this tall dude, he walking and I stopped and was like, and just started backing up. I was like, what's your name? And when he spoke, it was like, I was crazy about that dude forever. I mean, we eventually got to a friendship level because, you know, like we were friends. Like he knew I talked to women and everything. But in the beginning, baby, I was gone from that day. And he said the same, like it was a connection. But that's the only person I've ever had that experience with. Where it was like
at first sight. I don't think I've ever had anything at no first sight.
That's the only experience that I've ever had like that.
Not at first sight.
I ain't never
conversation wise, I'd be like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, but I ain't never had that.
I'm in trouble. I know, like, I'm getting some heart palpitations.
Right, like, after what I just
said. Them, like you said, that conversation where you sitting in the car.
Look, and that was the first
is
time.
That the sun?
Look, and see, that's what's so crazy is I was like, yo, I had never done that with anybody. So I was like, oh, no, this motherfucker gonna jack me up. Like, I already knew. I was like, It's over with.
Those car conversations are. Woo.
Cause part of it was listening to music. We was talking about.
Right.
We was like,
gonna get
right.
me.
I was like, what songs you like? So I was playing songs I like. She was playing songs she like. I'm like, see, this fucked me all up.
Now, if you want me to fall in love, get me on some music, because that's gonna get me there.
Right.
So, okay, y'all don't believe in love at first sight. So, how would you say that you know when you have fallen in love with your partner?
In love, I feel like when it's just like a natural thought of this person all
the time.
All the time. Like what they're eating, what they're having for lunch, you know, stuff like that. When I go to the store and I'm thinking, what can I get this person? Oh, now I know I'm in love. I know, like, I'm thinking about you before I'm thinking about me. You know, like, it's just like this whole feeling. It's a feeling, too, you know?
Mm-hmm. It is a feeling.
It's a feeling. So, yeah, I feel like all of that combined, I know I'm in love.
I'll say that, and like you say, the main thing for me would be thinking about that person all the time. Like, I am concerned about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they have a bad day, it's like, I need to know what I can do to make it better. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want them around. When I start thinking about my future, I can't think about my future without thinking about them.
It's like the natural progression of, like, you know, everything goes from like me to us. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, we gonna see. And like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest thing for me is when I start praying for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in love.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, when I'm saying, like, I pray for everybody in general, but when the prayers get specific,
when we start putting names in there and be like, you know, hey,
like, I know a situation that you're going through, or something as simple as, I know you got a presentation at work and maybe you nervous about it. I'm praying about that for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, that's when I know it's serious, and I can't stop thinking about you.
Like they going through something, and you like, you know, they trying to get up out of it. They struggling, and you literally like praying that they come up out of it. You praying for better days for them, and it's like, you know, and the fact that you're there and really along for the ride or the journey, it like makes it that much better.
And when they affect your moods.
Oh yeah.
Like,
look, don't.
I think a lot of people can affect my mood.
For me, like, I say my mood, like, if we not good, 9 times out of 10, I can play it off around people, but on the inside,
I'm fucking dying.
I can hear your heart.
Yo, like,
it's crying out on the inside. Like,
yo, you send me one text, and I'm like, oh my god, my whole fucking day fucked up. Like, I'm at work trying to focus. I can't even focus.
Work
and that's what I said. I be like, yo, do not call me to argue while I'm at work, because it would literally fuck up my whole day.
Don't call me to argue. Don't drop no bomb or no bad news on me.
Right. I've literally been like, you know what? I gotta go, because I can't focus. I'm like, I got some shit going on. I need to go for the rest of the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like, I have done that before.
I think everybody done did that.
Because it's
like, I'm done.
It's horrible.
But yeah, if somebody can affect my mood that bad, yeah, they most likely got them heartstrings that they tugging on, and they know when they tugging on them hoes. They know.
Well, you can't just be like, I ain't even got time for that today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
back in Mississippi, I remember I was going through something.
Why would you? What?
And my boss literally called me in her office and was like, you haven't been yourself lately. I just really want to. And like, we were cool. Like, but she was like, what's going on? And as soon as she asked, I broke down in her office. And I was like, and my mama worked there too. She was like, does your mama know? I'm like, no, I don't tell this person. I don't talk to my mom about everything.
Right.
So yeah, it was crazy.
So on the flip side of that, and I don't think this is a question that a lot of people ask, but how do you know when you really love your friends?
When I go out the way and do dumb shit with them, like shit that don't make sense, but that's what they want to do. That's cool. And me, like, you know what I'm saying, really thinking about them without, you know, them even being around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be talking, they could, you know, say, hey, this is some stuff I'm doing or whatever. And let's say I go out and I see something and I'm like, oh, well, this is such and such. And, you know, you send it to them or you get it for them. Like, when I start doing stuff like that, oh, you know, we friends.
Yeah.
I think for me, especially with getting older, the fact that I now realize that I have to nurture friendships. I thought like friendships were just supposed to be cool, easy going, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this was just gonna be here, you know, type of thing. But the fact that I'm actually taking the time to do those things, I feel like that is like, oh, this motherfucker, I must really feel some type of way about this person because y'all know I don't keep many friends. But if somebody say something wrong or do something, I'm like, no, I really don't want to be around that person no more.
You got about a top 5. You got about 5, 6 good ones.
6?
Outside of family. I said 5 or 6 good ones outside of family.
What? I would like to hear those names.
She said 6.
I said 5 or 6.
I don't think nobody out there counting. I ain't like, well, goddamn, am I that 6 motherfucker?
I'm gonna have to hear these names once we start.
Yeah, once we start recording, then we gonna talk.
Because I'm surprised right now.
And y'all, it's funny because she's wearing a shirt that says friends.
I mean, I got more than one, but 6. Okay, but yeah, okay. She can through.
I said 5 or 6, but I'm really thinking 5. But you know.
It was the face for me. Like,
yeah,
she was
like shocked. 6. Like, I should have said 4 or 5. That's what I should have said. Like,
goodness.
Okay.
But I was trying to be, you know.
You was trying to be nice and inclusive.
I was trying to give you a little bit more, but, you know.
Okay. Well, but yeah, I think that's how I know I deal with somebody heavy, you know.
I think I would say like I'm with you, Roxy. Like in my 20s, it was all about like, yeah, I'm cool with this person. Oh yeah, that's my boy, like, da da da. But as an adult, it is the people that I'm willing to nurture a relationship with, that friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like putting that work. Like I know I've been absent. I know I've been off. Like I know I'm sitting here in my own little world, but let me check on my friends. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like I need to nurture and I want to put in the effort. And I've become so accustomed to spending time by myself. So anybody that I can allow in my personal space,
yeah.
Then yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But so I'll say that. So I guess the last one we can close it out with parents and love. So, like, did you feel loved as a child growing up now? And how were you shown love as a child? Like, what's your perception? And I say perception because I'm pretty sure if we asked our parents, they may have a different answer of how they gave love.
My mom was very affectionate. Like, we hugged a lot. We hugged often. She made sure that she said, you know, that she loved me and things like that. My dad, I think that his perception of giving love was just making sure that things were taken care of. So, you know, he was paying bills and things of that nature. He was, in the beginning, like my early years, you know, very affectionate as well with hugs and everything. But now, for my parents are evil. gosh, my dad and I are so much alike that we clash.
And it is funny to see
Oh
y'all two
my
around
gosh.
because y'all are.
We
argue
the
all the time.
entire-
I'm saying
The
they're
whole
alike.
No, I'm saying we argue all the time.
Oh my gosh. My mom constantly asks me, "What have I done to offend you?" And I'm like, "What? Nothing. What? I don't know. Like, just because I didn't answer the phone, well, I called you back, you didn't answer." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't get it." Okay, so here we are. I still love them to death, you know, but from them, I did see the physical touch and the, you know, the actual saying "I love you" back then. It's a little bit different now, you know. It's sliding here and there, but it's not as often, you know.
So you will say during your childhood you felt loved from your parents.
Yeah, I did early on. Yes.
That's like okay. Well, with my parents, it's a little different. Like, you know, we didn't really talk about our emotions that much. It wasn't like I love you. We wasn't that type of household. But like everything that I did, they supported. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my dad, he would always spend quality time with me. He was always showing me stuff, taking me fishing, taking me hunting. You know, like that's the type of stuff that we did.
Right.
You know, taught me how to cut grass, like all that type of stuff. You know, my mom, she was more of the, like, I would call her, be like, "Hey, is these shoes coming out? Can I get these shoes?" You know, stuff like that. And whatever I did, like whatever sport I played, they would show up to the big games, but like the games are like every week, they wouldn't be at that. But, you know, like, and when I was in the band, they supported stuff like that. But, you know, it was me and my sister, and you would think we grew up in two separate households because she'll say, like, none of that happened. And, like, I'm like, no, they were there. You just stopped participating in stuff, you know? So, it's just weird. And now that I'm older, I've gone closer to my mother, but it's like I'm still my daddy's child. Like, I'm still daddy's baby, but we argue all the time, and both of us are so stubborn. I think I've talked about this on a previous episode when we got into it, and like we still not back, like
really,
like straight, cause this nigga didn't apologize. Like he still didn't call me, just act like this shit just straight, and I'm like, bruh, just apologize and we can move on. But he done moved on, and I know he done moved on because he act like shit just sweet. And I'm just like, no. So
I think that's something in our community.
Cause I would say I want to same thing with my
like he
mom,
act like shit sweet, and I'm like, no. And you know, my mama fussing at me
on a post.
Right, my mama fussing at me,
at least
talking
you got
about
something.
Right, you got something
to an apology. My daddy and I haven't talked since we went at it until he came. No, actually, I went down there. We didn't talk really. And then he came up here, and then he brings up something about what we got into it about. And I just like...
Woosah.
And see, like, my mom... And I feel like the reason me and my mom don't get into it as much is because me and my mom don't have real conversations. Everything with us is always on the surface. You know, but I feel like
if safe conversations.
Right, and I feel like if we were to like really dive into it, then we would clash because my mama doesn't agree with a lot of stuff that I do.
Yeah,
but you know, so she tried to stay on the surface, out of sight, out of mind. It is what it is.
Are in that
but
safe zone.
My dad, we just go at it. You know what I'm saying, and that's just what it is. But I would say, like, I know they love me. I know I've never felt like they didn't love me. But is it the way that I want to be loved? No. Mm-hmm. But I understand how they love.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I would definitely say I felt loved as a child. I really did. there are things now that, because once you get older and start examining your life, it's things you start noticing and realizing. Like with my dad, I felt love because of the words verbally.
Yeah.
Not so much the actions, unless I was around him. But I mean, I haven't seen my dad since I was 17 years old. So, and I didn't see him that often. But when I was, he was like, hugging on me and, showing me love that way. My mom, she was there. I mean, as a child, when you're raised by a single mother and she's making sure, out of 4 kids, she's supporting you, she's being there. As now that I'm older, there are things where I feel like, things could have been done a little differently. But I don't know. I think that's what I would say, how I was shown love. My mom, she just showed up and she showed support as best as she could. So, but I mean, I totally feel you, Nikki, on the whole forgiveness thing. Because, with my mom, it's just like I feel like she does have a hard time, saying I'm sorry for a specific thing. So even when I said, like, she mentioned something on one of our posts, but I'm like, that was a general. You still haven't had the conversation with me about the actual incident. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like you. I'm at a point where I was just like, I know you're the parent and I'm the child, but I'm not reaching out.
Like, I'm not doing this shit with you.
Like, cause in that situation, other situations, I can be like, well, Nick, you could have done this, you could have done that, but in that situation, I'm like, but you didn't do anything. Like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And that's the part that's tripping me out. Like, you were 100% wrong. It's a difference when you can see fault in your ways too, because then you could be like, let me just suck it up because I was wrong for this. You know what I'm saying? But no, I wasn't wrong for anything. And then you also, and I don't even think, like, I know you always say it's because y'all both are stubborn, but sometimes I think we don't reach out because we know what the conversation gonna be like.
Yeah.
You like
that's probably
they gonna downplay it.
They gonna downplay the shit and it make you feel like why
you
upset about this shit and you can't cuss them out because
and
it's
so
your
the
parent.
only thing you're gonna do is get off the phone.
You know what?
Let me call you back.
Let me call you back.
Cause this ain't like, like with friends or a partner where y'all can hash it out, go back and forth, exchange words. Yeah. With your parent, you just, all right, I'm
it's different and it's so difficult. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always say, like, I always talk about how my parents, have been together for 37 years. Like, they love each other. You can tell. And we know that they love us. But I'm not saying that they're, like, the perfect example. Mm-hmm. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, I have trouble communicating with my mom. Mm-hmm. Like, the shit that I go through sometimes, I would love to sit down and talk to my mama about it. But I can't because we only have surface conversations. And we only have those surface conversations because I know deep down if I really told her what the fuck I wanted to say, she would, like...
No telling how she would receive.
Like, she would lose her fucking mind. Because she already is struggling with certain things that she knows. So, it's difficult. Mm-hmm. And then my dad, he's... Look, he gonna put the drink on the table. And he gonna pour both of us a glass. And we gonna be like... He gonna say, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Like,
have you ever thought to be like,
it is what it is?
No, I'm not good. And see what the
I have said that before.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, well, okay, so what's next?
He didn't know what to do.
Like, he didn't know what to do. And because he didn't know what to do, I felt so bad for even putting him in that situation. Mm-hmm. Because I knew. Like, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Just don't even worry about it. I figured this shit out on my own. Don't worry about it.
Well, ladies.
Love is love.
Right, that's a heavy topic. Man.
And honestly, we could have went way deeper than what we did go. But with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. And if any of our listeners out there, you all want to weigh in on this conversation, if you want to answer some of the questions that we have asked or answered throughout the episode, please let us know. You can follow us on Instagram at Let's Have Cocktails. That's LEZHAVECOCKTAILS. Also, you can email us if you're not on social media like that. If you don't have Instagram, you can email us. Let's have cocktails at gmail.com. So those are the best ways to reach out to us. And if we don't have anything else to say, we're going to wrap up this topic about love. And it's been real. And